Hey, this is Tim from Panic Attack. You're watching Meglin's Block. This is Compare to Scene 3.
The scene in Quebec is, I would say, small and spread out over kind of a large territory because the province of Quebec in Canada is bigger than, say, most European countries. So,
But with not that many people.
with less people, so it's harder to book shows in many different cities and make it work and make money from it.
And the scene is pretty divided into a lot of subgenres. So because of that, sometimes it's hard to have some of the scenes cohabitate together.
People are nice and open.
Yeah.
I would say in Quebec, people don't even come out for bands they like sometimes. And now we're totally unknown, and people take time to come out and check us out and see us, and then most would buy something afterwards or just come and talk to us and say how it was good for them, a good discovery, it was fun. So yeah, people are really open about discovering new stuff, new bands.
Yeah, in
That's
Quebec,
amazing.
in Quebec, there's always some kind of like a little respect between like a polite respect between the band and the audience. Very often, people in the audience won't necessarily come to talk to you afterwards, or here most people don't even think about it twice, and they just come to you and start talking about a variety of stuff, asking you about bands from your place and telling you all kinds of cool stuff. And so this proximity between the bands and the audience here is really cool, because it's way more friendly, I think, than in Quebec. You don't feel this kind of laid back respect where everyone just looks at each other and nods their head. So I like how people are. There's a lot of I don't know, people here are really nice to this, even with strangers. So that's really a cool thing.
I don't know too much about the separation between punk and hardcore. For us, it's the same thing. Like, we don't play hardcore, we play pop punk. But I think around here people are into both of them. Like, people like variety.
There seem to be a lot of local bands too. We see a lot of stickers everywhere we go, and
yeah.
Tags of bands we've never heard of, and we have a quantity of them. Especially when you go in the bathrooms of the venues, there's a lot of little souvenirs left there. And
lots of culture.
Yeah, that's cool, because you can see here the scene looks pretty healthy, and I think there might be it's the same spirit, but I think the spirit here might be a little stronger, maybe a little more enthusiasm, I'd say. So yeah, maybe it's pretty much the same spirit, but it's just better here.
There seems to be some unity.
Yeah.
Here that is not as strong where we come from. Like, everybody likes a bit of punk rock and a bit of hardcore, but when you go to shows, you have very different crowds.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a hardcore show or a punk show. Like, around here, people seem to be well into both of them and respectful of variety in music, which is really cool.
There a difference between the venues, or
The venues are smaller here, but
That's good.
it's a good thing when you have a small concert and you're not too sure about the size of the crowd you're gonna get.
Because you always prefer to have a small room that's very packed than having a larger one that has scattered people around everywhere. So it's cool for that, and it's always been in all the venues we played were in bars. It's not always bars in Quebec. I know that because I used to be more into hardcore when I was younger, and most of the shows were in kind of local rooms that people can rent for a couple dollars, or just things that are built around by the city or anything. And here we've played every night in bars, so to me that's a difference, really. Yeah, but it's cool. I really like the venues here. They really make you feel welcome and close to the audience.
Yeah, they're definitely into helping the bands. Back in Quebec, you have to rent a bar.
Yeah.
The staff is not really into the show itself. Like, it's their job, but they don't necessarily care about what's going on in the bar, what the show is. So it's not as personal the way they greet bands in Quebec.
It's very different. Back where we're from, you need to rent the place and then pay for it, and it becomes hard to maybe pay the band afterwards, or give him a little extra something. Here, I mean, the bars seem to just want bands to come and play without having to pay for the reservation of the bar or whatever. So that's a good thing, because that means the people who have bars where there are shows going on seemingly care about the scene, like we said. So that's a good move to do, because of that you allow the promoter to maybe make some money a bit and pay the bands, and just have a good back and forth relation between the promoters and the band, because you give back a lot more when you don't have all your money taken away by the spot you have to use to do the show.